Convert sales more quickly by tracking engagement and identifying your best prospects. So I touched on this a little bit. Now I'll use an example at MarketVolt for you here. So we send out newsletters. We pretty consistently get these things out on a bi-weekly basis or so. And one of the things that we've started to include on there is talking about some of the additional services that we offer. Things like strategic consulting, things like some basic website design, some of that sort of stuff. Now we're not pitching the heck out of it. We're not doing all that sort of stuff. But over in the column, we talk about professional services on occasion. And we put links through that talk, to read on our website some of those different components and things that we offer. Well, what we do is we track those clicks. And in tracking those clicks, we can figure out who those best prospects are so that we can reach out to those folks. Now, here's the wrong way to do that, all right, is to pick up the phone, especially if these are existing customers, but even for prospects. Hey, George is a client of ours. George, I saw that you clicked on the stuff about our websites. Is that something that you guys are interested in?
No, you
Click. Yes. No, that's really weird. Don't do that ever again. That's creepy. Big brother, NSA watching through the hole, that kind of stuff. You pick up the phone and you say, George, haven't talked with you in a little while, man. How are things going? Just wanted to touch base, see how everything was going. I know we do a lot of email stuff with you guys. I didn't know if you guys had any need around things like some of our strategic planning or our websites or any of that sort of stuff. Have you guys run any of those kind of needs at all lately? I know he clicked on websites. Did I just offer that conversation a much lower risk, easier to respond to? The door is open. All I have to do is just let myself in without being weird. And this comes from a guy who sold stuff door to door. All right? If you're weird, they're going to peek around the corner, around the curtain, and they're going to not ever open the door. Or worst case, they're going to open the door, and there's going to be a big honking Rottweiler hauling after you. Trust me, both of those suck. Okay? What you would much rather do is know who the people are that are interested in the $1,500 vacuum cleaner that you have to sell, and you just come in and start talking to them. All right? So being able, yes, I know. Thank you. I was a Kirby man for a while. So being able to do those sorts of things, having those conversations in low-risk environments, because that will help your conversions. It makes it an easier conversation to have because you know what you're asking for, you know what you're talking about, and you already know that you have a warm prospect. So in many businesses, though, and here's the other part of this, in many businesses, sales close with a meeting. All right, I'm not selling MarketVolt website design through an email. All right, somebody's not going to get that and go, oh, I'm in. All right, now, if Amazon's in the room, they get to get away with this. Yes, they can sell through an email, but for a lot of us, that's not going to happen. We have to do business face-to-face, or at least over the phone, and sometimes through a direct email where we have that exchange. But it's going to happen in that way. So email can help you identify who to have for a meeting. We can avoid that Rolodex, and we can go straight to the people that are our best prospects.